the angels are always available to protect and deliver us if we just recognize that.
I had a fellow write me a letter one time, and he said, Brother Cass, I've been listening to your teaching on angelic protection, and he said, and you can have what you say, and this, that, and the other. And he said, I'd always said, if I get run over, I'll be hit from behind because I'm going to be driving fast enough to be ahead of everything. And he said, I got hit from behind by a gasoline truck or something, and it burned him over, had a terrible wreck. And he said, I realize now, I set the thing up for the devil, you know, and lived out the reality of what he was saying.
Well, I think we don't recognize sometimes that words that we speak as sort of a joke, I think you call them idle words, and, you know, that we're just joking and saying things. If you believe what you say, then you better really be careful about jokes. And just saying things that are idle. I remember 3 or 4 Christmases ago, I was driving a pickup truck, and we were making jokes at lunch about the big truck. And I said, oh yeah, I said, I just have to be careful. He said, I feel a bump and turn around and look, and I've run over a sports car. Well, that was a dumb thing to say. And you know, it's just all in the matter of joking. Well, after we had our lunch and opened our gifts, we were leaving, and I backed out of the driveway in that truck. And I ran over one of the kids' sports cars with that truck. Now, that came to pass in less than an hour. And I'm telling you, I quickly repented and thanked God that I didn't do any more damage than I did. But you know, if I hadn't have said those idle words, I probably would have paid attention to the angel saying, look, 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 stop and look behind you. You know, but we just throw these things out, and then we create that around us.
Yeah. People think that, oh, I was just joking, jesting, or it's just a figure of speech. Well, you know, you remember some of our friends one time, they came by and the kids were playing out in front of the house on a swing or something. And one of them said, now you watch and see, one of you kids is going to get hurt. And it wasn't 5 minutes till one come in with his head laid open. The angels was probably there, but there was no assignment.
Right.
They'd say, well, we don't know why they won't hurt, but whatever they say, Scripture says they can have what they say, so they back on and let it happen, you know.
Well, that's the reason that, you know, of course you've taught on what you say and confessing the Word for years, and I began to every morning say, Father, I thank you in the name of Jesus. You've given your angels charge over me. They bear me up in their hands, lest I dash my foot against a stone. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High God. I abide under the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no foe can withstand. And I'd quote the entire 91st Psalm. 1,000 may fall at my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but it shall not come near me. Only with my eyes shall I see and behold the reward of the wicked. And I mean, I confess that constantly. And several years ago, I was in Colorado, but we were getting ready to go to town, and I just felt impressed to pray. I didn't, know exactly why. So I went off in the field and started praying in the Spirit. And of course, I've always confessed the Word, since I had knowledge of it, about no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Anyway, the three of us got into the car, 3 of us girls. We got in the front seat of the car, and this was before the seatbelt laws. So we were sitting there with no seatbelts on in this car. It was dark. We were headed into town, coming up over hills in the country, no lights. And we came over the top of a hill, 55 or 60 miles an hour, and there was a feed lot, and the steers had escaped the feed lot and were standing in the middle of the road. Well, they were black. It was dark. We couldn't see them, and our car plowed into those steers there. I don't know that we even hit the brakes. And I'm telling you, it was the strangest feeling I've ever had, because you expect, to suddenly go to a stop from 55 or 60 miles an hour. That's going to throw you into the windshield. The sensation I had is I just slowly slid forward in my seat, maybe 2 inches. In slow motion, I felt like there were pillows all around me. And then we came to a stop, and the car was totaled, and none of us, we weren't hurt. And I knew that the angels had protected us. Well, I was concerned that there was another a vehicle could come over the top of the hill and plow into the car and all the mess there. So I went up the hill and my friends went down the hill to try to stop traffic. About that time, I heard the sound of an 18-wheeler coming from my direction. I thought, oh, Lord, this guy is moving. I could hear him rumbling, you know, just boom, 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 boom. And I said, oh, Lord, please help me get this guy to stop before he plows into this. And so I turned quickly and looked down the hill. And I could see that a car had stopped maybe a half mile, quarter mile down the road. And so I could see just the outline of the wrecked car. And I saw someone lean over the front where the hood was the hood was smashed up to the windshield. I saw someone lean over and do something, and all of a sudden the tail lights of the car came on. The inside lights of the car came on. We weren't able to get these lights on at all. And I thank God. I wonder